span of maybe a half hour of fighting a variety of enemies, seeing new locations, and doing all kinds of different stuff outside of just fighting another grueling boss. In Fury, all you do is fight the grueling bosses, and so when you finally start to get pushed up against the wall with some of the tougher ones later on in the game, and you find yourself having to repeatedly do the same boss fight over and over and over from the start, that's when it seriously starts to test your patience as a gamer. Case in point, the 7th boss of the game, named Blast, is a sniper-style character. So for the very first half of the fight, you're chasing her constantly through this big map as she tries to snipe you. After you finally track her down, you'll fight her for a little bit, but then she'll run away again. You'll have to chase her down again. And then finally, about halfway through the phases of this boss fight, you'll narrow it down to the center area of the stage, where finally the fight will be confined and she'll stop running. But then she changes her style into a more melee-based attack. Once you get into the melee class, it actually gets a little bit easier once you learn the timing of her attacks and you figure out how to parry everything. But then you head into the final stage of the fight. Now, some people probably have beaten this on the first try. I certainly am not one of those kind of gamers. This final phase is absolutely ridiculous. It's nothing like any of the phases of the fight before it. There's these waves of balls coming at you that you have to dodge through, while there's other waves coming off the sides of the screen. At the very same time, Blast is targeting in on you and sniping you. So you basically have to dodge 3 completely different things at once in order to survive, and this lasts over a minute. It just becomes a tour de force marathon of how long can you keep your sanity while you're consciously dodging 3 completely different style of attacks at once. Get good. It's incredibly difficult. Now, the first time that I fought this boss, I made it to this stage, and I died pretty quickly. I said, okay, let me go ahead and I'm going to give it an old college try and restart from the beginning. The second time around, I failed a little bit, but I did finally get to this final stage, and I died almost immediately again, being you only get 3 tries in order to try to beat it, and once those 3 tries are up, you have to redo the boss fight from the start. So now I started to get really frustrated, especially because the first 2 stages of this fight are you having to completely chase this boss across the map. It pads the game and makes it longer because of the style of fight that this boss particularly is. After the 3rd attempt, actually mastering the fight, I didn't even basically lose a life. I was rushing through it, destroying her, because now I fought her 3 whole times. I know all of these phases of the fight. I finally got back to
What's
the
up, Memology?
3 full lives, and again, I was unable to survive this insane onslaught. And so finally, for one
Yeah, I streamed your movie in Memology.
Again, almost perfecting them. Again, getting to the final stage and failing.
I could do it again if you want.
This is where the huge flaw with this game exists. So ultimately, after 90 minutes of tackling this one boss, I literally had nothing to show for it. I could master all of the first 5 phases of the fight, but every single time I got to the final phase, I almost died within 60 seconds, and there was really no way for me to learn besides to continuously replay 10 to 15 minutes of gameplay that I'd already mastered over and over and over to get to this final phase of the fight and adjust. And after 90 minutes of this, I said, enough is enough, and I turned off the game for good. And sadly, I think that's what's going to happen with this style of game. And again, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of gamers out there who love this giant difficulty curve and spike, and they don't mind sitting there for hours replaying over and over in order to master the game. I'm certainly not one of those gamers. And being the fact that every boss fight in the game is going to be like this, and there's no kind of gameplay to break up the monotony of those repetitive boss fights over and over and over, this game is just not my cup of tea. I actually love the art style, I was getting into the story, I love the soundtrack, and when you actually are able to best these bosses within a few different tries, it's a lot of fun. But when you get up against the wall against a boss that's wasting 90 minutes of your time and you can master 5 out of 6 phases but fail repeatedly at the last one because it's so cheap, that's where I draw the line. And ultimately, I actually think a game like Fury could be very successful if, and only game actually had a bigger budget, was able to be developed for a longer amount of time and have more features such as, a la Dark Souls, combat between those boss stages to break up the monotony of the game. Maybe I wouldn't have minded so much going through the 5 of 6 stages over and over if I knew at least there'd be some fun, different kind of stuff coming up, but there wasn't. I knew if I really toughed it out for another hour to finally get past this final phase, I would just be fighting another grueling, challenging, and ultimately patience-testing boss, and there's only so much of that I can put up with. This game desperately cries for modern checkpoints. If this game resumed maybe halfway through the boss fight, so as not to waste 15 minutes of my time every time that I lost to the final phase, I probably would have found myself persevering and going back to complete it. But I am not going to continuously waste hours of my time just to get to a super cheap instant death style phase. It's just not worth it. And I think that's the problem ultimately with a game like this, is that I understand what they're going for. The reason that the game developers, the game makers made the game like this is because they knew it was a low-budget game. They knew it was a game that was short and was only going to be boss fights. So let's make no checkpoints so you have to replay the game and pad it for length. But for me, that's not acceptable, and that's not legitimate gameplay. That's just padding the game for padding's sake and leaving out a modern game mechanic like checkpoints that are a no-brainer is just absolutely frustrating. So ultimately, I find Fury to be a mixed bag. I love a lot of things about it, and I dislike one or two very particular things about it. I'm happy that I played it, and right now, as I said, being a free PS Plus game for the rest of July 2016, if you have not gotten it yet and have a PS4, I recommend you give it a download just for the hell of it to play it and see if it is your cup of tea. For me, after getting about halfway through the game, I had enough and my patience was tested to its limits. Even being able to beat games like Dark Souls in the past, I just certainly could not get through this one because honestly, I don't know if there would have been a payoff.
Play the game.
You know, going through all these grueling bosses and not really seeing an open world or seeing any kind of other kind of enemies, was it really ultimately worth it to spend hours of time trying to beat one boss? Probably not. You may find yourself challenged and intrigued and hooked on this style of gameplay. And if you are, I hope that I opened your eyes to a game that maybe you might have glossed over or never heard of if you hadn't checked out this video otherwise. Alright everyone, that is it for my impressions on Fury. What did you think? Leave a comment on the video. Certainly there's a lot of people that are angry at me for rage quitting the game, which I didn't do. I simply just lost my patience and didn't want to waste more time. But I can understand when people are seeing me play a game, sometimes they get upset if I don't finish it. You can go ahead and vent your frustrations if you'd like, or let me know, do you like this style of game? Is this your particular cup of tea? And do you think that a game like this that's only boss fights can hold water in 2016? Or should it have been a little bit more elaborated like I suggested in my video? Let me know in the comments. Please also check the video description. there's a shiny thing there, but I want to see if there's anything else in this room. What the hell is this? A music box with elaborate ornament. Talk to the hand, bitches. What the fuck? What the hell is that? Whoa. I went the wrong way. Shit, there's another path here.
Help me, Leon!
Oh, help me, Leon. Ugh. Emerald. Huh. There's a cave over there. I don't see a way across, though. There's boulders in the way. Huh. This whole game kind of jumped the shark. I mean, Leon in Resident Evil 2 was nothing like this. Some gung-ho action hero, you know? Who the hell's at the hazard? What? Didn't see me? Bullshit. What the fuck are these dudes? All shots. Okay. Oh no! Holy shit! Look at this fucking guy. There we go. Nice. What the fuck? Yeah, okay. Let's spawn dudes off camera to the left who can sneak attack you. How the fuck won't he die? Good. Unfucking believable. Just die. What the fuck? It's supposed to reflect, so I guess what I gotta do is turn it so it'll be aiming towards this so I can reflect something off of it. Okay. I have no fucking clue. Seriously. Just figured out. Crap. Okay. other one. Aha! So I understand who the villagers were, and I'm assuming that those, you know, the followers, the bald dudes, the Uncle Fester-like dudes were supposed to be like cult followers. But who the fuck are we fighting now? Who are these paramilitary dudes? Right in the balls. Oh, good thing that I fucking reloaded. God damn it. Ball shots. Beautiful. Beautiful ball shots. What the hell? You see what I see? There's kind of a cave painting in there. I can't tell what it is though because the camera's fucking stupid. Sacrifice or some shit. Looks like we got a treasure or something. What is this? What the hell? The golden links. Great. Motherfucker. Oh good, a grenade launcher. See if I can snipe these dudes. Okay. Oh, good. Spawn right next to me. What the fuck was that? I didn't play that new. It played that news for no reason at all. Ah, the mess hall. Okay, carrying on. What the hell happened in here? Ugh. All the meat's infested with maggots. This meat's rotten, but I sure could use a fat, juicy steak. That's what he's thinking about when he sees those maggots dancing. What the fuck is this? Human Torch. What's he doing in the oven? Why would a Las Plagas go into the oven? Come on. That was fucking stupid. Sitting in the oven. Sit down, fatty. Nope. What the fuck? I got hit by nothing. Aha! The red stone of faith. Is that one of the stones you can put into the cat? Let's find out. Yes, it is. Aha. Help me, Leon. Help me, Leon. Oh, yes, a yellow herb. Beautiful. Yes. Excellent. More max health when I need to use healing again. Sweet. Ashley. Oh, it's a recording. Oh, no, it's a camera. It's a creeper. They're gonna do with her as they will. Oh, no. How the fuck would he know that someone's watching? That makes no sense at all. I have the uncanny ability that when I'm watching security cameras, I can tell if someone's on the other end. What?
Amateurs. Just hang in there, Ashley.
Amateurs?
Coming for you. What are you buying?
What the hell? Reduces damage taken by 30%? Holy shit, this is amazing. Dude, I need this, but I don't have enough money for it. Shit. fair. All ball shots. What kind of room is this? What the hell? Some kind of research equipment. I wonder what it's used for. What the fuck is this? Looks like they were conducting some sort of autopsy. Ugh. Alright, yes. Oh, what the hell is this? What the fuck am I... Whoa. Amazing. That was a stupid puzzle. He's got the key card. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Goddamn regenerator.